All right, here's what we got going on today. You guys have seen me using this thing in the past. This is a different one. I had an 84-incher one, and it's pretty large for my machine. I'm 72 inches wide, and the 84-incher wasn't actually mine. It was here. I could use it anytime I wanted, but it wasn't mine. So every once in a while I'd have to give it back to the guy that owned it if he had a chore coming up. So I just decided it's time for me to just grab one on my own and then go from there. So I found this 72-incher. It's perfect size for my machine. It has the guards on it. I don't have them on right now. They're over in the other yard, but I'm just doing some service on it. So I'm going to get the wheels off of it, get the wheels painted, and this one's actually off the rim. The tire's off the rim. Started taking it off. Get everything scraped down. These are real stiff. So I know it probably just needs grease, but I'm going to take them out and clean all the old grease out of it, and then fix that, and then just maybe slap a coat of paint on it and get everything greased up. So that's kind of what we're doing today. So I'm going to get these wheels off, and we'll start going with that. Flat one. Good tires though. And it's not even flat on the bottom. They're so stiff.
Wouldn't it be better if it was foam?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
So if you're riding on it, you know.
Right. Buddy, what are you doing? You're all trapped again. Now you're knocking things over. You're knocking everything over. You're just in the way, buddy. Get out of there. Go on, get. You can help me later. What are you doing? Are you stuck too? No, you're not stuck. Okay, boys. Dan. Oh, this one's flat too. Alright. I gotta figure out how to get air into these things now. Yeah, I'll order some new tires then. Because it doesn't take long. It's probably a back tire, right?
It was a front.
A front tire?
Front left. I already replaced the rear left.
Oh,
that was
okay.
The one that had happened like a week before the end of the season.
Yeah. Okay. I just like buying those tires on the rims because it's just so much easier.
Yeah.
And it's not that much more expensive either, you know? So I'll order some more. What am I doing? They got the stuff at the...
Well, I call it kitty litter.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Is there some over here? Yeah, that bag right there.
Oh, okay. I'll handle that accident.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely have to put a hose on that mower.
Which mower?
The new one.
Oh, a drain hose? Yeah.
So how far I had to cut down that container, you have to tilt it slightly to get it out of there.
Oh, and then you spill it?
Yep.
Gotcha.
I even looked on YouTube to see how other people did it. Everybody said you have to add a hose.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna head to...
Advance, okay. Oh, they, I had to get a new credit card because that one that you have, the strip doesn't work all the time,
Right.
so it's 5 days.
Okay.
So if you have to use, if you guys start on Monday or whatever and you have to use something,
They put all new readers on the outside.
the card doesn't work anymore anyways.
Oh.
Like I canceled it because I had to buy the new one, so.
I got your saying.
So I'll have to,
Okay.
oh, look at that. Yes. Perfect. We cut my tree up yesterday, and they just showed up. That's good. Hopefully they don't grind my dog. All right, let's get these guys done. That is quite the grind. Make short work of that. Wouldn't mind having one of those. Glad they're picking it up for me. They know I'm a landscaper, and sometimes they won't touch my stuff because they're like, they think it's customer stuff that I brought here to dump, when that was just obviously for my tree. All right, let's get back to work. I gotta get this pin out, it's nut off, get these bearings. It feels good, but who knows? It probably never been greased. I think there's probably a sealed bearing, and this doesn't have a grease fitting on it. So I might pull this bearing out, maybe put a grease fitting on it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I can get this. You'd have to put the rim on first and then screw the grease fitting in for it to work. Either that or I have to notch out a space. I don't know. Let's just grease these bearings up and call it good. I don't even know if this nut's gonna come off. Oh yeah, it does. Nice. Is this gonna come off easy? Yep. Okay. That actually looks really good in there. Grease is nice and clean. Bearings look good. Shaft is in good shape, not rusty. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pack this with grease and put it back together. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm happy with that. All right, let me just clean this up and put it back together. Yeah, I've decided I'm gonna put a Zerk fitting in here, right about there. Right about there. That way, I'll mount the rim back on this, put this back in there, and then I can really fill up the void between these bearings. Instead of just packing it in there and just leaving it, I'm gonna put a grease fitting in there. We'll do that right there. So we'll get a drill and get this figured out. might have to drill this out deeper. Yeah, I have to drill bigger. That doesn't quite fit. This one. That ought to do it. Mm-hmm. Good and greasy?
Yeah.
Good.
Grace and red.
Working on the wires now. Would it be better to just get an end and rewire it?
No, because there's really nothing wrong with that one.
There isn't?
I just replaced it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, it's just I must not have. When I put it back together, I must have touched two wires inside it. So it's probably something so stupid.
Okay.
Much rather fix it today instead of 5 minutes before we run out the door.
I agree.
There. I still have one.
Look at that, Bob. Oh. I'm all grease fittinged up.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
See?
No.
What?
No.
Why?
You can't put the wheel on that.
Oh no, I will in a minute. I'll put the wheel on first.
Oh, and then
Yeah, and then put that on.
Okay.
Because the wheel won't come off anymore.
Okay.
You're like, no, no. Yeah, no, I had thought about that already. I could actually put a notch in the wheel in the rim to get it on there better, but I think I'll just 7/16. Oh, it is. Okay, that'll do for that one. Now let me clean out the inside of there, get the wheel on here, and get this packet grease. Well, this one's going to give me some problems. You can see the holes are all wallowed out. He had stacked washers in there, and and the lug nuts over that, and it worked. I mean, it is what it is. It's not. The machine only goes like 6 miles an hour, so it's not like I'm not going down the highway with this thing. The other issue I have is there's no valve stem. So I don't know if this I don't know if this thing had tubes in it or if it's a valve stem. So I gotta dismount this tire and clean that out because I think the valve stem screws in from behind it, but I'm not positive. So I gotta get this apart and see what's going on in there. Is tire and rim combo is $568, so I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna try to figure out. I'll get a there's a flange inside here, so I know that the valve stem comes in from the back side and gets screwed in there. I don't know if there's a nut on this side or if it just screws in. I can't really tell, but I gotta get this tire off so I can inspect that, and then I gotta find a valve stem that's gonna fit in there, and then we're gonna just reuse this and do what they did, just stack a bunch of washers in there and just make sure it sits on the machine, you know, fairly round. I don't know what else to do, but I'm not paying $560 for a stupid wheel. So let's get to work. Okay, we're actually getting somewhere. I got the wheel off, and lo and behold, there was a tube in there. So I ordered 2 tubes on Amazon, heavy duty tubes for tractors, the 18 by 8.5-8s, and it was $21 for 2 of them. So once those come in, and I think it's another week, but I don't need that for 2-3 weeks. So once that comes in, I'll get this tube on. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go around and heat some stuff up here and bend this back out. Got these 2 big giant dents in here that I'll heat these up and push them out from the other side. Don't really necessarily need to do them because it's gonna have a tube in here, but I don't have anything else going on right now anyway, so I might as well just get out the heat and start pounding on that stuff. There you go. So that'll be good. I just gotta flip this over and get those dents out. Grip this better. All right, well that actually worked out really good. The dents, it's a little bit lumpy, but the big huge dents are out of there. And yeah, that'll be good. So now I'm just gonna wire wheel the rest of that thing and then get some paint on it. And then that'll be it for the day. So I'll bring it back. Actually, it'll come out just like that one. I didn't have any white paint, so I had to use it's like chrome aluminum paint. If I get white again, I'll probably paint them, but it doesn't really matter. They get so dirty right away anyways. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up, and I'll bring it back on when that tube comes in. All right, so this was pretty stuck in there, and it just turns out that this was just caked with like really old grease. It was like really hard and dusty and gross. There's no bushings or anything like that. It's just a steel tube. And I thought this was a bushing, but it's not. It's just a steel tube, and it runs down, and then there's a Zerk fitting in there, and that's it. So I'm gonna get this. I just got some some rust inhibitor stuff on it. I'm gonna wait till that dries and then paint this thing, and then I'll get the other one out of here, and actually I'll show you what it's like, how nasty it is. See how nasty that grease is in there. It's just dried up, and it's like muddy. So I'm gonna pull this one out, give it the same treatment, and get them back in. So that's what it looks like once that stuff starts working. It turns the metal black, and then 24 hours from now I can paint it. So I gotta flip this around and grind off the other side because I didn't, and I'll get some stuff on here. All right, well, I got this whole front section, this piece here, done, and the spindles, they're good. Get some grease in there and put that one wheel on, and then wait for the other wheel to come in. Can't remember where I left off, but we're gonna do this now. I got the other wheel apart. Just gonna get a zerk fitting in it. paint the tap. All right. Through 13. Nope. That's gonna be it there. I think this thing is metric. The Zerk fitting, and I didn't have a metric tap, but these hubs are so soft. I don't know if you saw me drilling through it. They're so soft, so I got it started with this and kind of made its own threads. I went in there nice and tight. All right, so we're ready to put this wheel back together. Well, actually, you know what? Let me get some paint on it, and then we'll put it back together. Yeah, so I left off. I think I was just still sanding this or grinding it or whatever. I just threw some paint on it. I got as close as I could get to the Bobcat gray that they had. It doesn't really matter. I just really wanted to get the rusty spots converted and then just slap a coat of paint on it. So that's decent enough. Now I'm just going to paint the hubs, probably the same color, and then I'll paint the wheels that stupid silver that I have. I don't have any white, so we're just going to paint it with what we got, just to keep it all from rusting, and then just go from there.
And that'll do for that. And I'll wait for that to dry and do the other side. All right, well, I didn't film any of that because that was a struggle. But no, I just had to mount the tire back again. So you just mount the bottom side of the tire first. There are two sides of the rim. This flange here is real shallow, and the back one is real wide. So you want to put the tire on this side first, drop it down, then put your tube in, get the valve stem lined up. I put a vice grip on the end of the valve stem just to hold it in the hole so it didn't fall out, and then just mount your tire with a couple of screwdrivers or some tire irons if you have them. And that's about it. It's done. I just got to clean it up now and get it mounted on the machine, and then we'll take this over and get it fired up and run it in the side yard to do my driveway over there. All right, I got it hooked up. Everything seems to work. You put it forward, click on the button here to hold it, and it stays in forward. Click off the button, put it in reverse, click the button, stays in reverse, good there. But the last one that I had, you had to have this turning to operate the left and the right. This one, you can operate left and right, but it also turns it. So I think I got wires mixed up, and it only turns it for a little bit, and you got to take your finger off the button. See, I have to go like this to get it to come, and it's only left is real slow, right is right. So there is a wire or something in the controller that's messed up. I'm not super concerned about it now because I mostly keep this thing straight, and if I do ever angle it, I can take the time to do it. I like the idea that it doesn't need to be engaged here to turn it, but I wish it would sweep back and forth. So I'm gonna call the Bobcat guys and see if they have any idea what that could be. But other than that, it works good. So I'm gonna go over to the other driveway. My boys are watching me. I'm gonna go to the other driveway, move my stuff out of the way, and I'm gonna churn up that driveway a little bit and push some stone to the back because I have a project boat coming. So let's go get that taken care of. Well, apparently the one I was using before was meant for high-speed machines. Mine's a low-speed machine, so the gearing, so it ran slow. This thing must be for low-speed machines, and they got it geared because this thing flies compared to the other one. This driveway's frozen, and it's muddy and dirty and whatever, but I'm just gonna chew it up here and get it leveled out and get it back there. Wait, I have an old 1974 Trojan hardtop. Not to be confused with the F-32, which is a fly bridge. This is the hardtop boat, which is just like the fly bridge, but